Welcome to the Get It Done podcast, the podcast where I talk to business owners about their business, allowing them to share their business. The goal of the podcast, my prayer for the podcast is that someone that is watching or listening to the podcast is inspired to get up and do the thing. The idea stemmed from me. I get to talk to a lot of different people and so many people because at some point the conversation just leads to us talking about business just because naturally that's just who I am. But within that conversation, a lot of people have ideas, they have goals, they have desires to start businesses, but they're not doing it. And the reasoning for them not doing it is just simply because they are scared. So hopefully something that is said on the podcast can uproot the spirit of fear for the person that is listening that may be dealing with the issue. As far as guests go, I am talking to basically strangers. I'm talking to people that I've never met before. I'm having a very good time enjoying. I am extremely inspired by all of the business owners. Um, this is episode 65. So out of 65 episodes, I've talked to 2.5 men. I'll just say 3 men. Um, and like, although I'm enjoying talking to the ladies, I really am. But I like, where's the guy? So if you are a business owner, if you know a business owner that is interested in sharing their business, men or women, but I am trying to get my numbers up with the guys. Um, send them my way so they can either send me a text message 310-908-0468, or they can message me on whatever I don't know, platform you're listening to or watching this on. This episode is sponsored by Matilda's Corner. It's all natural plant-based skincare services and products. So if you are in LA and you need a facial, hit up Matilda's Corner. I will go ahead and add on today's guest. Hi, Kelly.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you. So I'll just let you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about your business.
Okay, awesome. So I am Kelly Stevens. I am the founder of Fit Raw Life. I have a really good story and topic and all this to talk to you guys about today because I recently just made a pivot in my business. And I think a lot of
Yes.
people might be scared to make pivots. And I was a little scared. So I think I'd love to share a little bit more about how I changed. Before, I used to have a health practice and I was helping people with chronic pain. And I just made a huge pivot into working with people more in weight loss and getting that fit, lean body because I'm really passionate about fitness. I'm really passionate about raw food. So I really wanted to combine that and help women, use raw food, use plant-based foods, feel good, look good. And I just made this huge pivot. So been developing a new brand and everything has kind of come up with just me just moving in faith and feeling good and feeling and like this works, like this is right and it's working, like I wasn't happy with what I was doing before and made that big change. And now I'm seeing the results. It's taken some time to kind of rebuild and rebrand and do everything you need to do, but it feels great, to just get this out. So now I help women 35 and older just get fit and lean with raw food.
I love that. And how long have you been in business?
So I started my LLC about 3 years ago. And when I
Nice.
started, I had just finished a ton of different certifications. So I got certified in regenerative detoxification. I was certified in iridology. I got certified in functional blood work. So I can actually order labs for my clients and I can look at the labs from a functional lens and kind of understand what's going on. Then take that and look at a picture of their eyes and say, okay, according to your labs and your eyes, like this is what I believe is going on in the body. And this is how we can overcome that with the right diet and the right herbs. So I did that for a while and I liked it a while. I got into, I was like, it's interesting. So I
Are you
got,
left-handed?
I'm right-handed actually.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was like, I got into the chronic pain niche because I broke my neck about 6-7 years ago. It's crazy. I'm like, how long has it been? Yeah. And I
Wow.
overcame chronic pain. Like my doctor told me I would always have pain and I'd always be in pain. And I overcame that 100%. I have no pain whatsoever. And I'm like, you don't have to live with this. What your doctor says isn't a sentence. And, you can overcome things with the right diets, especially plant-based foods. I'm sure you might know about that. So I'm really excited to kind of share that message with people of you can overcome things. It's not like a death sentence when the doctor tells you these things. So I really wanted to help people with plant-based foods and really help them kind of heal their bodies that way. So I was, getting in the chronic pain niche,
Wait, before we move forward, what is the hardest thing about people getting to get on that train of eating the proper diet? Or is it a challenge for you at all?
Oh, it's a huge. That's why I changed niches. Honestly,
That's why I
it was
ask.
really hard. Yeah, it was hard just because in the chronic pain niche, I mean, you don't have pain just because you're eating a proper diet. The diet is most likely affecting the body. So to get someone to completely change their diet, their lifestyle, it's hard. I've heard it's easier to change someone's religion than it is their diet, and I'm like, that might be true.
Yeah, people are addicted to food.
And I get it. The food is designed to be addictive. We've got things in the body that are craving different sugars and salts and oils. So I totally get it. I've been there too. But we're able to break these addictions and feel better. But it's getting people to go against what they've been told. It's getting people to go against what their friends and their family are doing and be that oddball, and that's hard. That's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, sorry for interrupting
No,
you.
you're fine.
Keep going.
No, but so one of the main reasons I changed is because I don't know if you believe in the power of manifestation. What you think about, what you're constantly thinking about, what you're constantly talking about, it starts manifesting in your life. So I was talking about chronic pain. I was thinking about chronic pain. I was helping people with chronic pain, and I started to get chronic pain in my life again. I started to manifest all these different, just random pain events, and I
You
was
will
just like,
have what you say you will have.
yeah, and it was so weird, so weird to me, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to keep going down this path, like I don't know if this.
Yep.
And for me, and also like I pick up energy with my clients, and it's hard just as like a very energetic, empathetic person. I kind of feed off people's energy, and so when you're in pain, I've been there, I get it. I was in a lot of pain. You don't feel good. You're not in the best of moods. And so I would kind of pick up that negativity and the anger a little bit from clients. And so I was just like, I need to get out of this space a little bit,
Yeah.
a little different, do something that feels better for me, more positive for me, bring in more positive, just emotions from
Change up the
everybody.
energy. Yeah.
And I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. And I went back to, all right, I love fitness. I love raw food. Let's help people, get fit with raw foods. And so I changed it.
And by the time people get to the or come to the conclusion that they want to work out, they're most likely in a good mood, like at that point. So it's easier. They have a more positive outlook on things by the time they come to the conclusion that they want to work out.
Yeah, and I found that the people that I'm working with, I mean, there's kind of two different diets in the raw food realm. There's the healing diet, and then there's the maintenance diet where you're eating a wide range of foods and you're lifting weights, and it's the living diet. You're not constantly living in detox. So it's two different people, and the people that are just eating it to enjoy it and feel good, like they're happy, they feel good. So I'm like, why don't I serve the
Yep.
type of clients that I want to serve? I want to work with happy people, and
Yes.
it was like a huge hit to me of why did I choose this niche so that I didn't love working with the type of energy that was coming to me.
I love that. And how long has it been since you had the switch?
So it was January. I went to a big festival, because we get in this routine and we get in our groove, and I didn't really feel it and notice that I was so unhappy until I stepped away. I went to a raw food festival for an entire week, and I was camping,
Nice.
in the middle of nowhere with a ton of other raw food people, and I was just around people that were happy. They were living their passions. They were doing what I wanted to do, and I was like, why am I'm struggling. I'm not happy. Like I'm not there. I want to be there. I want to be where they're at. And it was a big soul searching of like, what do I do? And it was hard because I spent a lot of money. I spent a lot of money in systems and business coaches and things to get this niche up. And I was like, do I just give
Like,
up?
I don't even like this anymore. It's like being with a man and you're like, I don't even like him no more.
Hard because everyone's like, just stick with it. Stick with what you do, and you got to stay with something. And I'm like, but I don't like that. And I just didn't see the end result of being happy doing that,
Yeah.
And I still love working with health, but I just don't advertise it, and I don't go after that,
Yeah. That's I have 3 rules when I quit my job. So one of the rules was that I'm not going to do anything that I don't want to do. So an example would be like I don't like waxing, so I don't provide that service. So, and that just helps with being in business for yourself, because it's is so much of a, I say it's hard work. It's not really hard work. It's just a lot of work. And because we have so much work to do, I think we have to enjoy it in order for us to like flourish and grow at. Well, for me, I have to enjoy anything that I am doing.
Mhm.
So that is my rule, and I've been sticking to it.
For sure. Yeah.
What would you say that you are most proud of since starting the business?
So I think just doing this, because I wasn't even sure I was going to do this. And for me, I was like, let me do something I want, and what I wanted was I wanted to drop body fat. I had found myself, I had gained kind of a bit of body fat. I had gained some visceral fat. I was looking at my body and I wasn't very happy. So I was like, let me find a program for women that eat raw food to help me lose this body fat. And I looked and
Yes.
looked, and there was literally nothing out there for
Yeah.
women. There's stuff for men. There's definitely
Yeah.
stuff for men, but for women, we're a little bit different. I mean, I don't weigh as much as a man. I'm not going to eat as much as a man,
Right.
so we're definitely different. So for me, I was like, I'm going to create this. I'm going to use my knowledge in sports nutrition, in detoxification, and fitness training, because I have this background in this stuff. So I was like, I'm going to create this myself. And so I was able to lose, I think I wrote it down, 5.3 pounds of body fat in the last 2 months just
Oh,
doing this.
nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's
What?
working. And I'm just so proud because I put together this plan that it works, and that's the cool part is I can
I
still
love that.
eat the food I love and look the way I want to look, and so it's
Yeah.
great.
So, what should we be eating?
I am a huge believer that we should be eating as much raw food as possible. You want the living enzymes in this food. When you start to heat the food over 118 degrees, you're starting to lose the nutrients in the food, the living enzymes that our body loves. So I say fruit. Eat a lot of fruit. Eat fruit for breakfast. Right now, watermelons. Watermelons are perfect right now. I'm loving watermelons for breakfast. Watermelon smoothies for breakfast. Just as many raw foods as you can. Bring in variety. Bring in, rotate the greens. Don't eat spinach every single week. Bring in dandelion, bring in romaine, bring in kale. Like, bring in the
Mm,
variety. Just mix it up and try to get as many nutrients, as much color as you can.
I love that. I eat meat every now and then, but for the most part, I have a basically raw fruit and vegetable diet. But I've always, I don't know, but I do see the difference when I'm eating not so good opposed to raw fruits and vegetables all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what would you say to, you say you started 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say, what advice would you give yourself 3 years ago when you first started out in business?
It's a great question. I would say don't be afraid to change. I think I was afraid to change. I think I saw the signs a long time ago, and I was just like, no, I'm going to stick it out. No, I'm going to stick it out. Because I saw it working a little bit, but it wasn't to where I needed it to be working. And it was just, don't be afraid to pivot if you're not happy. I think that
Yeah,
was huge.
I love that. Is there anything you wish you had known before you started that probably could have helped you a lot along the way?
I think I probably should have hired a business coach sooner. I kind of dragged my feet for the first year and didn't hire a business coach. And as soon as I hired them, it was lightning speed. It was like, okay, I have all my email systems in place. They did all the back stuff for me and all the tech stuff that I didn't want to do. So I think hiring someone and bringing someone in to do stuff to help you is huge. Like, even bringing someone in like a virtual assistant. I had a virtual assistant for a while growing my Facebook group, and it was amazing. So bringing in help would be, do that as fast as you can, as soon as you can, honestly.
Any great advice lately?
Mhm. What?
Any good advice lately that you received?
I've been studying copywriting. I truly
Nice.
believe we should understand copywriting, and I think it's something you should constantly be studying, constantly be, understanding what's changing, what's working. Because if you have an attention-grabbing headline, that's half the battle. If someone's looking at your page, what is it? They say 8 out of 10 people are going to read your headline, but only 2 of those people are going to read the content. So you need to have something that's like hooking them right away. And so understanding copywriting will get you so far, especially in today's society. Like, we are distracted. Everybody's distracted. And it's like, how do you get distracted people's attention? You need to understand how to write to them and speak to them.
I love that. What would you say set you apart from someone in the business that is, I guess, kind of doing what you're doing?
um, I am different in the fact that I have the background in it. I don't know many raw food people that have the detoxification background, that also have a sports nutrition background, that also have a fitness training background. I know a lot of people in this industry. I don't know very many that actually have all that. So I'm like, that kind of completely sets me apart. The blood work is huge. I can look at people's blood work and I'm like, no, you got some work to do, And it's funny because people will post their blood work. I'm like, look at the doctor, it's great. I'm like, doctor's ranges are great, but functional ranges are different, and they're going to tell you a lot more information. And I don't look at very many people. Like it's hard to be an optimal range in today's society. It's difficult.
Nice. Do you believe in work-life balance?
I don't have much of one right now, but for sure, like the fit raw life is my lifestyle, and I developed a brand around my life. And so I go to the gym and I share it. I prepare raw meals and I share it. And it's like I'm doing this anyways. And so I developed a brand that works around my life. So I guess I don't really have balance because I just share my life kind of with it. But yeah, it would be nice. I'm single, so it would be nice to maybe meet another entrepreneur and someone else that's really driven like me. And that's been difficult. It's lonely as an entrepreneur, I think.
A lot of people say that. Um, is there anything that scares you about business?
Mm, it's interesting. As I started going, I noticed I had a fear of success. And something a lot of people don't talk about is, what do you do when people do want your stuff and they do start calling you? I get a little bit nervous.
Nervous.
So working through the fear of success that I didn't even know I had, I was so excited to give something to people. And then when they actually wanted it, I was like, oh, what do I do now?
And
And
it's
just,
even hard to identify. I don't think because I went through that years and years ago, but I didn't even know it was a fear of success. It was just like I thought I was just like being shy but that's what it is.
it is. Yeah, and recognizing that, because it's something you think something's holding you back, but it's truly that fear. So it's something I have to work at all the time. I still get it all the time. I get nervous to get on podcasts sometimes too. So it's something you just have to work at.
Yeah. Do you have like what's the end goal for your business? Do you have like a grand idea that um I wouldn't say the end goal, but something
Okay.
that you're working towards?
I would like to create a community. I think creating it doesn't really necessarily have to be a membership community, but I would love to create a community of plant-based women who love mostly raw foods. It doesn't have to be 100% raw, but people that love fitness, get out people that love, treating their body nice and creating that kind of environment. I'm going to start offering retreats. I think retreats will be really
Nice.
fun, getting people
Oh,
out. I
that'll
live in
be
Southern
fun.
California. I live by LA. I'm in Orange County. So I'm like,
I was just about to ask you where are you from?
yeah, I'm in Orange County, so it's the perfect
Nice.
place to have people come and do a retreat because we live where people vacation. So I'm like, come out here, let's go fruit shopping, let's go to the farmers market, let's go do beach yoga, let's go hiking. So I'm going to start kind of doing more one-on-one retreat stuff. And I don't know if I really want to do coaching. I think coaching, I just don't like coaching very much. And so I think it's trying to find ways to work with people that's not one-on-one coaching. And that's
Yep. Coaching sounds, I thought about it and then I was just like, people that you have to coach are hard and I will get frustrated. So it's just like, no, that's not it for me.
yeah, it's not it for me. And it was hard because people want their advice and stuff. And I'm a very, very disciplined person. And I found that most people are not very disciplined. And it's very hard because I'm like, I don't understand why they won't just do it. And it's for most people, it's so hard to just give up cheese, or it's so hard to resist temptations. And it's not hard for me. And also I don't have that disconnect, or I have that disconnect with people where I'm like, I don't understand why it's
Like,
so
why
hard
don't
for
you just
you.
get up and just
Do
go to
it,
the gym?
just eat some fruit. Yeah, go to the gym, eat some fruit, you'll be fine. And yeah, it doesn't work like that.
No. Is there anything that you would say that I don't know could have possibly changed you in business if it has changed you at all?
Um, Getting around more people, like-minded people. So I got into like a business coaching community, and they do mastermind groups. So in-person mastermind. So being in person with these people is huge, because being in the same room with people that are on your same level, thinking the same, you're not hanging out
Yeah.
with your friends, that want to talk about what was on TV last night. You're hanging out with people that are growing businesses. That was huge. That's changed a lot. That's helping me grow as a person and in business.
Yes, that's a huge game changer. Just environment, period. What would you say motivates you?
I get motivated by feeling good. Like I feel so good on this diet, and it's crazy because we're just told that you have to eat meat and you have to eat a certain way and you can't eat 100% raw food and it's not good for you. But I feel so good. Like I feel so good, and I'm like
How
I've
long have
overcome
you been raw?
like a little over 4 years now.
Okay.
So I've got, I've been doing blood work and I do all the tests and stuff. So I know that I'm not going down the wrong path. I'm going down the right path. I just turned 41 years old and I feel better than I've
Happy
ever felt.
birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm like, I feel better every year, and that's how it should be. Every year we should feel better, not worse. We shouldn't be falling apart.
Yeah.
I'm excited to turn 50. I'm excited to turn 60. And that's how we should feel. And so that's, I get so excited, like feeling this way because it's good.
I love that. This is just for fun. Beach days or rainy days in the house?
Oh boy. I am not a fan of the beach in Southern California unless it's not
Really?
summertime. Well, the summer because there's so many tourists, and so I'm
Oh
always
yeah.
dealing with the parking and the traffic. And so I will go to the beach after Labor Day. So you'll find me at the beach like after Labor Day through Memorial Day, and then that's
Yeah.
all my best. But
Yeah.
if it's in the summertime, I will definitely take a rainy day over the beach.
Yeah, that's true. Are you from here?
Basically, yeah, I've lived in Southern California most of my entire life. I've moved around a lot. I went to Arizona State University before this, so I was in Arizona for a
My
while.
sister graduated from there.
Oh, nice. It's a fun place. It's just a little too hot for me, so I had
It
to get
was
out
so
here.
hot. We went to move her back home. Oh my goodness. I was like, how are you doing this? Like, this is crazy. It was so hot. Um,
You don't
yeah.
realize like how much of a less quality of life you have when you can't go outside. And I think that was huge for me moving to California. I was like, I can go outside every day. I can do fitness outside every day. I feel good. When we get vitamin D and we're walking around, we're able to get outside, your health improves. You feel
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
And
Just to be able to go sit in the backyard. Like,
yeah,
yes.
you couldn't do that. You'd have
So,
to do that at like 3 a.m. in Arizona. And even that, it'd probably still be 100 degrees.
oh no. Ugh, it was horrible. Um, one thing you would say you are absolutely unbeatable at.
Being very like I'm very disciplined.
Oh,
A
you
lot
did
of
say
people,
that.
yeah, extremely disciplined. It's funny.
That's a gift.
Yeah, I work in an office with a ton of people, and I don't eat any cooked food, and I just make my salads and my raw foods, and they bring in pizza, they bring in tacos, they bring in like and it's free. And I turn down free food. Well, what's the true cost of free? Honestly, like
Right, for
I
real.
feel better than any of them. I look better than any of them. I have more energy than any of them. I walk
Yeah.
10 miles on a treadmill every day in the office, and I still go to the gym. So it's like I have so much energy.
Nice. I
Yeah.
love that. We once we get used to eating it, all the other stuff it either is just a complete turn off or we don't crave it anymore. I was talking to my friend about this the other day because she's working on changing her eating. So it's fun to get to watch because she has just been doing all uh fruits and vegetables lately for the past. I think she's on day like 4 now, but I'm so proud of her. I'm super excited. What would you say that you have a great desire to do, but you just never done it before? And this could be personal or business.
I want to move to somewhere closer on the equator and have my own land and grow my own food because I really want to grow everything I have. And that's something that it's weird. It's weird. I have this calling and this weird feeling deep inside of me that I belong in Mexico, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know Spanish. It's a very weird thing to explain, but I feel like that's in my future at some point, and I don't know
Nice.
how or when or where, but
Well, if you move to Mexico and just start planning your food, I'm coming to visit. Just make sure you have a room for me.
well, that's the goal
I
is to have
love
like a healing,
Mexico.
yeah, like have a healing center where people can come and they can, get out, do just somewhere quiet, like a peaceful retreat. They can do some water fasting. They can eat some raw food. They can eat some food just off the land. Like that's the goal, like the ultimate
Yes.
end goal of what I want to do. Yeah.
You can do it. Like I'm so excited for you and I can't wait to show up to the place.
Well, I'm starting my stuff this year. Actually, I'm going to go to Puerto Escondido and just start to see how it feels,
Get a
and
feel
start
for it.
going to different places in Mexico and get a feel and feel. I'll know, like when I go somewhere, I will feel it. Like I will know if I belong or not. And that's
Yep.
how it is in California. Like I love California so much. I don't feel like I belong anywhere else right now, but you never know until you get out and try it, you know?
Yeah. And then there's not because I am a California girl at heart and I'm not leaving this place. Well, maybe, but my thing is I'll always have a home here. So like I can always have a home here and a home there and a home there and a home there. So it'll just work out.
Mm-hmm.
um the idea for the podcast, I'm sure you were here for the intro, I believe you were, is to basically inspire someone that it has a desire to start a business. They're not doing it simply because they're just scared to get up and do the thing for whatever reason. Is there any advice that you can give to her or him that would, I guess, inspire them to get up and get it done?
It's good. I actually, I also work with business owners and I help them kind of get up and going as well. So I think the biggest thing with new people is clarity, is getting really crystal clear on who is that person that you're going to serve. How are you going to serve them? Where are you going to serve them? And getting really clear about, an avatar and who are you really going to be talking to. I think having that clarity really before you go into it is huge, because a lot of people don't. They just kind of are like, hey, I want to make some money, and they don't really know who they're talking to. They don't have a message. They don't have any of that. So having clarity, like, huge. That's number one.
Yes, I love that. And who is your ideal client?
So for me, for the Fit Raw Life, it would be women that are over 35 years old. They work out in a gym or they have access to heavy weights, because we heavy weight train. I'm over 40. We got a heavy weight train. So we're lifting barbells, we're lifting dumbbells, we're doing kettlebells. We're not doing a lot of cardio, doing a little bit of yoga, and just someone that wants to, look good, feel good, especially as they age and get older.
So I should be doing weights. Something keeps telling me that I need to be in the gym doing weights, and I'm
Oh, yeah.
like,
What do you do now?
I do cardio and I do the steam room and I do the sauna.
I love the sauna. Sauna is
Me
huge. I
too.
always do the sauna. I go to the sauna every day. I tell everyone, I'm like, the sauna is more important than the gym, honestly.
Okay, so I'm doing something right, but I know that I need to go a little harder because I'll do the treadmill. I'll do a little bit of incline, and I'll probably do it for about an hour. But I know that I need to be on the weights. I'll be 40. Will I be 43 or 44 this year? I think I'll be 43. So yeah, I'm gonna incorporate them. Ugh, I just don't want to.
It's so fun. You feel so strong though, because like if you're eating right and supporting the body, you build muscles fast. You look leaner, you look cutter, and it feels good. So you just keep going. It's
All right. I'm gonna start tomorrow. I said I was going to the gym tomorrow, so tomorrow I will be there starting on weights. Hopefully, no one's in it.
4th of July, yes.
Right.
I'm gonna go on a holiday too. I always work out on holidays.
Well, because no one's never really in there, and that's a plus to it. So I get to stay extra longer and do extra steam room and sauna. Kelly, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Is there anything that we did not go over? Any question that you have? Anything that you like to share that we did not discuss?
Not really. I feel like I love sharing the raw food diet, and I love inspiring people to eat more raw food. And I think a really good place to be would start your day with raw food and only raw food. Like start your day with some fruit, especially right now it's summertime. Start your day with a little bit of watermelon and just watermelon, and see how your body feels, because that's the best way to kind of incorporate more raw living foods into the body.
Nice. I love that. Well, thank you so very much, Kelly, for showing up. How can people find you? How can you be found?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram at Fit Raw Life, and I'm on YouTube at Fit Raw Life, and my website is Fit Raw Life. So you can find me at Fit Raw Life really on any channel. So
I love it. Thank you so very much for being here. I will, once everything is all done, I'll send you all the links to the podcast episodes.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks.
Episode 65. Like, I still can't believe that I'm on episode 65. Every time the number goes up, I'm like, what? But like I said, I'm still looking for men entrepreneurs. I'm talking to everybody, but I would like to increase my male guests. So if you are a male business owner, contact me, please. I would love to talk to you. If you are a business owner, period, I would love to talk to you. Like I said, you can message me, area code 310-908-0468, or message me on whatever platform you're listening to or watching this on. Don't forget to thank God for your blessings. Don't forget to say your prayers. Don't forget to take care of your skin. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have a podcast tomorrow. Bye.